Hello everyone and welcome back. I am ElfNet Gaming, and today I got a box I'm going to open because I know what it is, I know what it's for, and it's going to turn into a quick computer repair video. And here it is. I have done the NSA covert blacking out of addresses here for the security purposes of the sender and myself. And I'm going to need the knife. Open it. Now, this should be a keyboard replacement for a laptop that I acquired. Oh, let me open this. Figure out how I'm gonna. Oh, here we go. This is a new one, a new old stock, whatever you want to call it, from a Toshiba vendor. I don't think you guys have really seen the Toshiba computer yet, but I have it here. I will put it on the bench here in just a minute. We're gonna finally look at this. It's your typical white buttoned board. It's got its ribbon back here, made in China, of course. And you know it's new. This hasn't really been bent here. Actually, it looks like it may have, but probably for testing purposes. But no blemishes, nothing. Well, give it 10 minutes in my hands. That's sure to change. Now we'll get the patient on the table as I fix my wire here. Toshiba. This is a Toshiba satellite L505D-S5983 laptop. Now, all this information, I purposely have my thumb over that. Not that that matters anymore, but you can open it, and it does look different than what is in there. However, it is the same. Now this keyboard here is silver. It's got silver keys. This one's got more white keys on it. It does appear to have the same notches and little through holes for the screws and all those little deals. So we'll get into it. I don't have to take this all the way apart to do this. We'll need this, and I'm probably just use the knife, and I'll just gingerly kind of pry this little lip up right here. This will reveal the screws under this, and I'm trying not to damage this bezel as I scratch it. I know this isn't this is nowhere near the professional way to do this, but this is my computer. It's not a customer computer. So you can do this with simple tools at home. I'll take the screws out. And I'll get my magnet bowl because I'm going to need to put the screws back in. And I just put the screws in this little pan with those things. Try not to get the magnet close to the computer, of course. That would be a shame if it does something to the hard disk that's in it. This is a Windows 7 computer. When I got it, the computer does function just fine. Okay, that lifts right out like that. You pull these two little ears up, and the flex pops out. This can go into the garbage or into the recycle, or whatever. And then we have our new board, which sits in something like that. Look a little different. The flex, we got to first put it in. We'll bend it, make sure that we have the cable where it will go in. It's kind of interesting. This one's white. Cable straight. That cable looks straight enough for me. And that should drop right in place like so. and then we can put the screws back in. This is not a difficult repair at all. You just need to be careful with the flex and with getting the bezel off the top, of course. Everything, if you got the right keyboard, everything should work when I turn it on. Now, I believe that the battery is still up on this. I charged this thing 2 weeks ago when I got it and discovered that the keyboard was bad. It's been sitting. I powered it on, I think 2 days ago. Its battery was still up on it. Kind of amazing. But, all right, we'll just pop the bezel back in like so. Done. Does look different with this keyboard. I could have gotten a black one. That would have been kind of interesting. Okay, let's see if it starts. Okay, we have Toshiba on the screen. It's trying to boot. Starting Windows. Trying to hold this still. It's really glossy screen. You can see my Gateway tire shirt, or general tires from the boat racing events that we attend. Okay, so that works. Number lock. I reinstalled Windows 7 on this computer because when I got it, this Windows 7 was just trash. You can see that's working. That's a good sign that those are working. And we're on the desktop. I'm going to park the camera back up here on its little holder, and I'll get the notepad because I'm going to check this keyboard, make sure that it's... Oh, sounds are a little delayed on this, but... Okay. Now I could... Okay, we'll start A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K, L, M, N, O, P, Q, R, S, T, U, V, W, X, Y, and Z. That looks like all the characters, huh? Enter. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 0, underscore equal. Shift. Oh. Shift, 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 shift. And shift. We're getting a glare from my camera light, but it's okay. Okay. That thing and that thing. Function. Turn the brightness up and down. Okay, that works. And we'll check the 10 key enter works, plus minus 1. That works. Okay. 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Looks good. It looks like it's working. So let's look at the specs of this computer. Now, I haven't done anything except reinstall Windows to this. I haven't changed any RAM or anything in it, not yet anyway. I don't think I need to. I'm gonna stop this, and I'm gonna turn off the camera backlight because I'm getting this glare right here. It looks like that. So I'll be right back. And I am back. If you made it through that little video cut and you're still with us, good. We're gonna look at the system settings and see what the RAM is. Okay. AMD Athlon dual core M300, 2 gigahertz. 2 gigahertz? Thought it was higher. Huh. 4 gigabytes of RAM, 64 bits. It's Toshiba. Windows 7 Service Pack 1. Interesting. I haven't updated it yet. I haven't even changed the work group yet. Go to device management, and we'll look at the installed devices that count. Like, for example, the video adapter. AMD M860G ATI Mobility Radeon 4100. Realtek RTL 8102 NIC. Okay. Dual core M3 AMD. Athlon 2 dual core processor. High definition audio. It's on board. All this stuff. No question marks, which is good. USB. We know what's in there. Mice. Yeah. Touchpad thing. PS2 compatible mouse. Or that generic driver. Disk drive. WD3200. It's a 320 gig hard drive. SATA ATA device. Batteries. It shows batteries. Huh? Microsoft battery. It's a lithium battery. 64 based PC. So yeah, there we have it. There isn't anything on this computer yet. It's all pretty much vanilla. As you can see, just pretty much vanilla stuff with its set of drivers and whatnot. I could connect. I'm going to connect to the open Wi-Fi test node I have here for a minute. Let's see what the internet's like. Oh, I did put Google Chrome on. I did do that. Because Internet Explorer just sucks. We're not going there. And I'm sorry about this holding the camera in front of the screen. It's a cardinal rule that I'm breaking. I usually do screen capture, but I don't have screen capturing on this computer, so. Well, let's look at Google. And it's snappy. It loads well enough. Still definitely a viable computer. So we're loading up pretty good. It doesn't seem to be stuttering a lot. You know, it's pretty much loaded everything. I'm just scrolling through Google Store just as an example, because they have a lot of these little flash fades and things that pop up. So yeah, Toshiba L505D-S5983. It says 32-bit what it came with, but like I said, I reinstalled it, so it's 64 bits, so it's performing quite well. And new keyboard install. It looks really nice. Keyboard seems to be working just fine. This is going to be replacing the compact that I have, because the power supply on the compact is going for another computer. And I may rob the RAM out of the compact. The compact laptop does work. There's nothing really wrong with it. It's just, well, this one I think is a little faster than that one. Besides, this one has, we'll shut this up here. This one has got VGA out, it's got LAN. It's also got a SATA port and the headphone jacks on the side of it. And I thought that was a yes. And what the compact doesn't have is that SATA deal, and the compact also doesn't have this SD card reader. This is a very, very important thing that I need as an SD card reader. Over here, it's the usual lineup of things. We've got this. I'm not sure what that is. What is that right there? We got this locking. I'm sorry, I'm trying to get this straight. It does have a little crack in it there, but that's not critical. It takes the standard barrel type connector. There, it's got a blank here for a modem, like a regular old fax modem. I think that's a lock if you wanted to lock it down on something. USB, CD, DVD, burner. The winning perk with this was the SD card reader and the external SATA port on it. And the battery seems to be lasting a lot longer than the compact. I think my compact's getting weak. So yeah, Toshiba. If you learned anything from this, be sure to leave a thumbs up if you learned how to change a keyboard on a laptop. Not all laptops are the same. Some you have to take all the way apart to change a keyboard, but a majority of these, you can pop off a bezel on the front, access some screws, and it lifts right up out of there. Keyboards, the fault with this old keyboard is that literally through here, between here and here, these keys were dead, except for the spacebar. The Y, G, V, B8, you know, right in here were dead. Everything else worked, but those were dead, and that's kind of annoying when you need to type a .com when the M doesn't work. So that one I could save for the keys, but these things, this keyboard literally cost me about $12. It's claimed to be brand new. It came nicely packed and protected as usual. It looks new, no blemishes, no scrapes or scars, and it works. So if you learned anything, be sure to thumbs up. If you haven't subscribed to this channel, please do so. It doesn't hurt. I do put out a lot of techie videos. I want to do more computer stuff because it is kind of my profession, my career, next to the radio stuff is computers. I just trying to find the time. I have so much. I have several computers that I want to go through and review, and a lot of them are older computers. They're not like brand new, just bought, just released today, bought today computers. They're older things that you may run across on Craigslist or eBay or the garage sale, and kind of like what UXW Bill does. If you don't know who he is, go check him out. You know, we grew up in a time where we built computers for purpose, like for gaming or whatever. We grew up with the older computers from the 90s when things were in the savage days, as you can call it. Laptops were a luxury. Everybody had a desktop, and there wasn't much internet to go around. You did things like LAN parties where everybody brought their desktop over and you hooked them up to a network switch and played Doom. But anyway, I don't know what else to say about the Toshiba here. I'm trying to get a good shot here without this glare of the LED light. This may be a good thumbnail picture I have here, so I'll hold it here for a minute. Maybe it'll pick it up. And also, I do have a Patreon. If you like the videos, and since YouTube is being a complete blit, they call it, YouTube is being a lot of four-letter words that I'm not going to say right now with revenue. I would appreciate it if some of you maybe could. It's not required. It is totally optional to become a Patreon. Now, there's nothing really special to it, not yet, because I don't know what I'm doing to set Patreon up. I will figure it out one way or another, or maybe I can have some special content or something like that. But if you feel the need to give $1, give $5, whatever, it helps because it goes to keeping this channel going. I know it's not a big channel, and I know some of the content sucks, but hey, you take it as face value, right? Anyway, I'm ElfNet Gaming, and hopefully I will see you in the next video.